Welcome. It's Wednesday. How is everyone? I was just sitting here relaxing, and Wilson said, "You have 1 minute." Holy moly. That time went fast. So I set this up a little different tonight. I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping. I think it might. All right. Do we have anyone on here tonight? It is the Whatnot Raid Train, so some of you might be over on Whatnot, finding some good deals. Miss Sarah said, I hope she doesn't paint it green. I hate green, but she paints everything green. I don't understand why people don't paint stuff blue. I really don't. I painted blue last week. Girl, I painted blue last week. And I painted blue the other day. So, well, this kind of blue, this color of blue. So like a teal, turquoisey color, more towards the blue side. I did. I do like green, but I can paint blue, but we're not painting blue tonight. We're not painting green. We're not painting blue. We're painting neutral. Neutral, girl. So I hope that that's okay. Whoops, I don't need to do that anymore because they're already popping up. Hey, Miss Sarah, there she is waving. Hey, I do even have blue on my shirt. How sweet is that? Dee says, hi, Connie and Wilson. Claudia, what? Oh, you said hi. Can you find me?
Not yet, I'm busy doing
Oh, he's busy right now. Claudia says hello from Kansas City, Missouri. Hello, Claudia. I hope that you have some nicer weather there. Pam Webb says, hi, Connie. Paint it whatever color you want. It's going to be neutral tonight. We are using Cottage colors in plaster. And I just thought I don't use Cottage colors enough. I really do like this color. So I still love you, Connie. Well, I'm glad. I did paint blue last week though. And yes, Pam, any color I want. Diana says, hi, Connie. Martha says, hello from California. Hello, hello. And Dee Huff says, I really love that watering can you painted the other day. The watering can is so good. I don't know. I got to get it. I'll get it. I had to get it because it's trending to the blue family. But look at this watering can. Oh, so good. Like, look at that textured look to it. And then it has a little bit of crazing on the top. I don't know if you can see that right there. I think you can see it. But oh my gosh. I'm not so sure I'm getting rid of this. It might have to sit on my potting stand that I have on my porch just because I think it's perfect. I just absolutely love it. So it is fabulous. If you didn't see me paint that, you can go follow a YouTube video and I show you how I paint that using DIY paint. That's right, it's Wednesday. And Sweet Pickins milk paint. So I had just a little bit of Sweet Pickins left over, which is the Cheshire, which is a bluish green. And then I mixed it with Mermaid Tail, which is a blue family. So I only got a little bit of crazing, not much crazing at all, but it is chef's kiss. Perfect. Perfect. It is my favorite. You watched it, Martha. Excellent. I'm glad that you did. I love everything you do. That is so sweet. You're so sweet. You loved it, Martha. It's lovely. The watering can is beautiful. I have an old one that belongs to my mother-in-law. I may have to copy yours. You're going to paint it? Ooh, I don't know. I got to find me for Wilson. He wants to see me. And he can't find me. Here I am, Wilson. Oh, but I don't know how you get your comments. So there I am. You can do whatever you normally do. Okay, but tonight we're, huh? Not right? What'd you do? He's good. Tonight, hello in Skirtby, in a Skirby, Ennis Kirby. I'll get it. Just give me a moment. All right, so I have the Cottage color in plaster. It is one of my favorite colors, and we're gonna paint this crate. So this crate, I forgot a stir stick.
Different setup than I usually get.
Who says hi?
Carol.
Hi, Carol. Do you have more than one video using this technique? You use the one where you demonstrated how to cover up Pantones. Yes, for the Connie method, you have to make sure that you stir this. So I'm stirring my Cottage colors. Kirby, yes, Kirby, Inez Kirby. So I do have more than one video on my YouTube channel for that. Oh, no wonder he wasn't liking that. All right, he is on my whatnot sale. One moment.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulty. I gotta find out myself for Wilson.
In case anybody wants to DIY me.
Yeah, here. It's the.
Are you sure now?
That one where you can see my crate to there. I'm sorry, I'm late. Too much whatnot. You are not late, Marla. You are 9 minutes. Oh, the panty lines. The panty lines, Diana. I don't know if I have more than one video of the panty lines. But that's a really good question. That's a very good question. Maybe I didn't really care for the paint inlay that we got this time with the spring release. So maybe for the summer release, it'll be a better paint inlay, and I can get into that more. Girl, I'm still whatnot. Brenda, you are really good at whatnot. You are very good at whatnot. All right, so Cottage color is a DIY paint. You can still DIY with this.
Carol Wilson, so lovely.
Thank you. She must be talking about my watering can.
And Lori Henderson, happy DIY.
Happy DIY, Lori. So the Cottage color is a one-step paint. It goes, this plaster, no, is this plaster? What is this? Yes, plaster has such a, like, really good coverage. It's amazing, the coverage that you have with this one-step paint. You do not need 2 coats. Usually using plaster on this is not a light surface. This is a darker surface, but look at how it's covering it up. It's just amazing. The coverage that this plaster gives you. Not all the Cottage colors give you that.
Lori Henderson has explain what whatnot is and how it works, please?
Okay, let me take my sweatshirt off because you know what happened last week. I'm okay getting this t-shirt dirty, but I'm not okay getting my Under Armour shirt dirty.
I asked her to lay out more paper and she gave me a dirty glove.
All right, so what is Whatnot? Whatnot is an online auction site, and you list your items, and then people come onto your Whatnot and they bid on them. That side is going to have 2 coats, which is fine. I don't know if we're going to paint the inside. Do I paint the inside? I'm getting spillage in there, so I'm going to have to. So we're going to paint the inside as well. Spillage. You like my terminology? Spillage. We're getting spillage in there. So it's an online auction. So you go ahead, list the items. So I will list the item, then I'll pull it up. So there'll be this item right here. So I'll pull it up and say, okay, I've got this item. It's an Easter egg in an egg carton basket. It's decor. And it is listed for $2. And then I'll start the auction and you can bid the $2. And then someone else can bid $3 and you can bid $4. And it'll keep going until someone gives up. And then I end up shipping those items out to the people. And Whatnot takes care of the shipping. So I don't have to do any of the shipping. I get a label from them and I ship out. So it's all a really, really smooth process. And it's actually really fun. It's a very fun platform to be on. Right now, today, we had a raid train. So the raid train is still going on. And a raid train is where you have multiple people that are in and they're going to sell the same type of items as you. And so you form a raid train, and then that just brings you raid the next person, and all of your people who were watching you go and watch the next person. So it's really fun. It's a very, very pleasant atmosphere. Everyone is so nice on there. They're so patient. If you mess up, they'll just walk you right through it, which I've messed up many times. But that is what Whatnot is. I'm going to turn this around in a little bit. We're just going with the DIY Cottage color. My drink's almost empty, so I got to empty it. You gotta give Wilson something to do. We got all of my Whatnot packages done. We got all of my website packages done. We had a busy afternoon. We are building we are building a display for the store because I sold mine. I put a price on it and someone bought it. So I had to improvise and make a new one. I'm gonna have to look at the camera to paint this because I can't see over there. So let me know if I miss a spot. I should paint on a Lazy Susan because I have one. That would be the smart thing to do, but no. Why would I do that? Let's get any drips that we got going on here. We are just covering this up with the Cottage color in plaster. I love this color. It is one of my favorites. I'll get to your comments in a minute, guys.
Wilson's busy.
Wilson's busy making my drink, but he can't see the YouTube one, so. Hopefully we don't have any catastrophes like last week. Cottage color, you're going to want to make sure that you stir your paint though, because it does have a built-in sealer. You want to mix that all up. And then it dries really, really fast. So while that's drying, I have a couple more pieces here.
Lori Anderson says, thank you, DIY.
You're welcome, Lori. Hi, Connie. I'm so excited to be here with you. Love your videos. Thank you, Deborah. That's so sweet to hear. Marla says, from my last video, my cottage color in veranda was like Jello when I opened it. I had to add lots of water. My plaster was fine. They do get like that. And then you're right. Just add some water and stir them back up. They'll be good. And Inez says it's like an online auction. Do you have to pay taxes on your sales? You know what? I don't even know. I suppose if it's in your same state, but if it's not in your same state, you wouldn't have to pay taxes. So the only ones that should have to pay taxes on my whatnot are those that are in Wisconsin. But that's just a guess. I don't really know. You know, I don't really know what people pay because I just get their packing slip and I ship their order out. So I really don't even know. Thank God for Sylvia. Yeah, Sylvia helps me a ton. All right, so I'm painting. This is a jar lid, guys. It is a plain old jar lid. I've seen these floating around on Facebook of what people do with them. So I put Extra Bond on here when I had my Extra Bond out when I was doing my Connie method, and I never got around to using it. So we're going to put Cottage color on there. And I don't know if this is going to turn out cool or not, but I have my Cottage color out, so why not give it a try, and why not fail right online, right in front of everyone. Let's just fail together. I'm sure we won't. Look at last week. Last week, it's a total mess.
Lori Anderson, you don't know what to go for?
Yes, I do when they're when I'm on the auction. But then after, I guess I could look it up, but I don't really. It doesn't matter. Like a 1099 at the end of the year. Yeah, I believe that's what it is. A 1099. Yeah, Sylvia, she's my moderator on my whatnot. She keeps me in line and keeps me going. She keeps all of my like my pre-bids, so I know what's pre-bid and what's not. My Saturday whatnot, my bunny show was crazy. So crazy. I only had a half an hour. And so I didn't even get through all my pre-bids. Pam says, I'm anxious to see what you're going to do with the jar lid. I know, right? We might fail. We might fail, but we might win too. I'm going to touch up some spots when I see them. So this has got really good coverage, but we're going to do 2 coats. Let me put it in your view. We're going to do 2 coats on here. Yes, I had 2 other jar lids that I have them right here. I thought, let's just try one first. So these are coated with Extra Bond as well. In the Connie method. Who has tried the Connie method? Tell me in the comments right now. Have you tried the Connie method? Or did I scare you away from it? I have gotten so many orders for Extra Bond that I can't believe all of you haven't tried it. And then I've seen creators on YouTube that are trying it. Some are giving me credit, some are not. But it's all good. You use 3 colors and the scraper. Oh, on my paint inlay one? Ruth Ann Van Ryan says I have and love it. I know, isn't it so good? Nothing is safe anymore. The Connie method, nothing is safe. Natalie says, happy Wednesday, a little late. Haven't tried the Connie method yet. Just watch that video. Very cool. It is very cool, Natalie. You will love it. You won't go back.
Lisa Stevens says hello.
Hello, Lisa Stevens. I haven't chatted with you in forever. All right. We got to dry these couple items. We got to dry that jar lid. Lori Henderson said, what is the Connie method? Oh, my goodness, girl.
How much time do you have?
Yeah, how much time do you have? When I'm done with the heat gun, I'll tell you, Lori. I don't know how well you can hear when I got the heat gun, so I will tell you as soon as I'm done here. And Pam says, I'm repainting a goose and plan to use your method. It will work. Promise. It'll be perfect. I just ordered some extra bond and milk paint. I'm going to try your method. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Lisa Stevens says happy DIY.
Happy DIY, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
I'll have that. Woot, woot, DIY. We hear fine, only you hear it. Oh, that's good to know, Natalie. Thank you. So anyway, the Connie method is when you're using milk paint on a glass, let's just use a glass jar, for example. When you're using milk paint on a glass jar, you put straight milk paint on there, it's gonna chip right off. It's not gonna hold. And the reason you're putting the paint on there is because you don't want it to chip completely off. So you have to get the paint to stick onto that glass jar. Well, I found a method that, like, what the instructions tell you with milk paint is to put the extra bond into your milk paint and stir it up. And then it'll help the paint adhere to your glass jar. Well, I never found that successful. So I experimented one day and put the extra bond right onto the glass jar. I didn't put it in the paint. I just painted it right on the glass jar. And then I put the milk paint on top of the extra bond after the extra bond was dry. And it got this amazing crazing. So it has been named the Connie method. Even Sasha from Sweet Pickins calls it the Connie method. So it's pretty cool that she was like, when I put the video out, I ran out of extra bond and I ran out of the milk paint that was on sale that month. I ran out of both. So I had to start drop shipping orders. And so I was drop shipping the orders, and she sent me an email and said, Connie, what's going on? Why so many orders of extra bond? And I told her that I found a new method and I posted it on my YouTube channel. So she said, okay, I'm going there now to watch. And so she went and watched my video, and then she shared it and told everybody to go watch it and try the Connie method.
Bobby says DIY.
Hey, Bobby, DIY girlfriend.
And Lori Henderson says DIY retirement looks great.
Thank you.
Little can. Mexico.
Yes. All right, I'm giving this a second coat. This is straight on to some bare wood. This wood was really dry. So this cottage color DIY, oh, we didn't even have Bobby's yet. Oh, I didn't have Lori's? I had Lisa's.
Yeah, then Bobby, DIY.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're too behind.
I'm too behind. Let's catch up, guys. Catch up. Who was first? Bobby?
Bobby.
This one's for you, Bobby. Let me paint this lid and I'll do Lori's. Okay, so this lid, it had extra bond on it, but we're doing cottage colors. So we're not going to have any crazy. The extra bond is just going to make sure that my cottage color stays stuck onto this plastic jar lid. It's crazy. I'm going to turn that light a little bit. And then this wood round, I just had it in my stash and it was painted in Red Wagon milk paint. So I just painted it up.
Hey, Wilson. I'll try.
Oh, that's a hard job, Bobby.
After last week, I don't know.
Yeah.
I told her to put more paper down and I got a dirty look.
All right, now we got to do Lori's. DIY, Lori. Okay. Hi, Natalie. Where have you been? I haven't seen you forever, it seems. Right, Marla? We miss Natalie. All right, I'm going to blow dry this. I think I got all the comments. So there, if you don't know what the Connie method is, I have, I believe, 3 YouTubes now showing different techniques using the Connie method. So they're titled like How to Achieve the Perfect Crackle, or the Connie method, or something else about milk paint and the crackle that you'll get. They're the 3 latest videos, so go give them a watch. They have gotten some really good traction. If you're out on YouTube, if you give me a hype, there's a hype button. It's new. That really pushes me out. I have been getting a ton of followers on YouTube, guys, and that's so special. I am thrilled with all the followers I've gotten. Natalie says, hi, Marla. Life has been a bit crazy. School life, all the snow. I'm so eager for spring. And who else do we have here? Bree and Eddie. Hello from San Antonio, Texas. Oh, you guys are nice and warm. And Martha says, what size brush are you using? I need one like that. This is it's got, I don't know how big it is, but they're Walmart brushes. I don't know if I have any. Yes, I do. This is still in the package, guys. So those are Walmart brushes, and they are 2-pack. Doesn't tell me how big they are, but they are perfect for your smalls. No, I don't need glasses, but thank you. Yes, so that is what brush I'm using right now. All right. DIY to you, Lori. The hype button is right under, it's right alongside share. And they only give you 7 days after my video goes live to use the hype button. So it's right underneath the video. There's a share, something else, and you might have to scroll over, but there's a hype button. And what that does, Ellen J. Goods gave a good explanation of the hype button. What that does is it's like taking a dandelion when it's all got a bunch of seeds on it, and you blow it. And those seeds go everywhere, they fly everywhere, and they make a new dandelion. So that's what you're doing when you're hyping, is you're blowing me out there, and YouTube is pushing me out to other new viewers. That's a good thing to be busy with. It is a good thing to be busy with. All right, this crate is doing really, really well. Oops, I wanted to dry this lid because we got to do the other side of this lid. I'm anxious to see if that lid turns out too. It's spreading your algorithm all over. Yep, that is what it's doing, but that sounds terrible. Brushes are 1.5 inch. Thank you, Natalie. They're good brushes. When I see them at Walmart, I buy like 2 or 3 packs of them because you can go through those and they're so inexpensive. They're like $3.97. I really should have the other side of this lid painted in a color. Let's pick a color. What do I have over here? Oh, I can't show you that. That's a secret. It's a secret. I know you almost seen it. Let's do a yellow. Okay. What do I gotta be? I don't know how I got so far up there. Oh, that's why my tape is falling apart. Hang on, guys. Okay. This is, I got painter's tape holding that on. Okay, so here I am using Queen Bee on the base of this jar lid. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I hope that's a good thing. Like last week, that would not have been a good thing to sprinkle me.
Right. They like to see when things don't go well.
They do like to see when things don't go well, and last week they did not go well. Okay, Queen Bee on there. We got to let that dry. Let's dry it real quick because I don't know how many coats that's going to take. And then we're going to distress this little crate. Pam says, I only see share, save, flip, and report. So is it one of my newer videos that's from this week? Because you only have 7 days. If you don't catch my video within 7 days, you won't see it. I ordered Cheshire and the big extra bond, but like you said, nothing is safe. It is not. Cheshire is a really good color too. You don't see hype either? You know, so, some people don't see it. And let's paint the bottom of this while we wait. Some people don't see it and some people do. I was one, I only seen it once on somebody's video and I hyped them and now I haven't seen it again. So I don't know what it is with YouTube, but if you have it, use it. It really helps to spread people out there. Especially, they say that you can see it better on your phone. So if you're on your phone watching my video, then it might show up a little bit better. I'm done now. Oh, no, you finally paid attention. It might have been a little wet. Okay, let's paint a second coat of this queen bee. Because I'm anxious to do this jar also, but I think we might need 3 coats of this. See, 3 coats of queen bee and just 2 coats of that light blaster color. That's crazy. This is just a pickle jar lid. I don't know. Well, I know what my plan is. Yeah, I'm not telling. Not yet. Okay, dry this again. After the live, I'll look for it. Thank you. Pipe comes after the live. Oh, okay. So if you go on my edited video from this week, the one that I did on Tuesday, do you see the hype there? Diana says not everyone gets one for some reason, only known to YouTube. I know, it's weird. DIY. I know, I was feeling bad for them. Thought they were looking thirsty. Or was that me?
It was all open.
Well, I just gave you a hype. All right. I'm going to need a second coat on those bottoms just because in case I want to use this one as a riser, I want to make sure that it's got really good coverage. Putting stuff on. This one. No, not that.
Oh.
Listen. It has been a long day. All right, that's my second coat on there. And then we're going to be able to finish this crate up. And I'm going to put a second coat on the bottom of this little. This is a riser too, Wilson. It might not be very big, but it's still a riser.
We had this DIY. I saw hype after I liked the new video. It cost 740 points to hype.
What? Like, you get points or you got to pay for points? Huh. Cost her points. I don't know. That's what I was asking. I don't know. Okay, we got a little yellow on the front of this lid. Whoops. And then we're going to go into some of that queen bee and go there. Now we finally have full coverage. 3 coats of queen bee and we finally have good coverage on the top of that jar lid. But remember, it was black. Pam says, got it. So some people might be seeing it. Yes, I have tried the Connie method. It's great. Love it. Thank you. It is great. If I do say so myself. Like, it is a really fun method. Do you know what I did with my baby wipes?
Not really.
I cleaned up today.
Cleaned up today.
Well, I cleaned up enough to have a live.
How about these over here?
Okay, let's try them over there. I don't know. Didn't click on it. I did not know if I had that many points. Same as sending stars. Really? That's interesting, Lori. Huh. I don't know. Well, I don't expect you to buy it, so don't do that. I thought it was just a hype button that just worked.
You don't know what you did.
It didn't cost me anything when I pressed it. And I only got it one time. All right, this has got some really good coverage, guys. And it looks so good, but we got to wait for this bottom to dry. And then we're going to do some fun stuff. April says, I only see hype on your videos and not on a live. Maybe when this is a replay. That's fine, April. When you watch a video, you can hit the hype. It just spreads me out like a dandelion. Pollinates me everywhere. That's just what I need, is to be pollinated everywhere, right? All right, we're gonna get this crate, the bottom of this crate all dried, the bottom of that riser, that jar lid. DIY, I'm thirsty. Amen, Bobby, amen. DIY. Tina Todd, she gave me a lot of smiley, laughy faces. I love you, girl. I love your comments on my YouTube channel. You all are so great. I have a bunch of YouTubes I have to do. I have collaborations I'm working on right now for YouTube. So get ready for some fun stuff. Okay, we're gonna distress this because we're going to put some transfers on here, and I want it distressed first. You also are limited to 3 hypes per week. The hype is free. I can only have 3 times a week. That is good to know. Good to know, guys. You know more about hype than I do. I love your lives and videos. You are wonderfully creative and inspiring. Thank you, Tina Todd. You make it fun. It's sweet. Okay, so with Cottage colors, they do not distress with water, so you have to use a sander. This is a finger sander from Amazon. I don't know what took me so long to order a finger sander, but it's totally worth it. It saves on my fingers. Must be why they call it a finger sander. That's the first time I think our heater ran today. We had a very, very nice day. As in weather. We did not have a nice day as in events today. Well, we just had one event that was bad. Wilson hit a deer on his way to work this morning. So that wasn't good. Little deer hair and deer poop all over the truck. Smashed bumper. Smashed grill. Deer 1, Wilson 0. We have tons of deer that don't know enough to stay off of the road. So if you live in Wisconsin, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, they do not know enough to stay off the road. And it's easier to tell someone to watch for them than when it actually happens, because they come out of nowhere. He watches for deer all the time because he knows he's a hunter, so he knows all the places that they're going to come from. So this morning he was like all prepared.
Didn't work out so well.
Yeah, all of a sudden that one was right there running into him. He didn't run into the deer ran into him.
We kind of met in the middle. Larry Henderson's DIY, I just figured out how to make it free.
Excellent. You girls are going to be hyping machines. All right. That is a little distressed now, so you can see it's got some of that wood coming through. I have both deer and elk in my area of Arizona as well, and they're on the move. Why is that? Used to be back in the day, they were only on the move when it was rut season, but now it's like all the time. Oh, poor deer and Wilson. Glad he's okay. He's just fine. The deer, not so much. Oh, hang on. We are going to have to redneck that a little bit better. Where's my tape? We'll put it on the bottom. I got it taped up with painter's tape. I might. So we're going to give it another piece of tape. Yes.
Right. But when I go hunting, I can never find them.
In West Virginia, they don't know either. I got hit when the deer running right out of the cornfield. Yes, it's terrible.
And if you put up signs deer crossing, they don't cross there anymore.
Yeah. Okay, Madeline, guys, we're gonna put a transfer on there. I absolutely love this transfer. We'll have to go this way. So I'm just going to put one on the ends here. I don't know that I'm going to put one on here. Maybe. But we have some good choices of this Madeline. I have this wreathy thing. I'm being hyped videos since they put it on. Is besides the comments box has to slide to the left. Thank you, Inez. You're really sweet. Okay, so this one, I don't know if that would work either. So we're gonna not do that one. This one right here might be my go-to. I forgot to get my scissors and transfer stick. So the good thing about Cottage colors is they have a built-in sealer. So once they are dry, they're ready for your transfers. No sealing of the paint in. You can go right in with the transfers and they stick so good. So I think we're going to use these right now. Oh, I was gonna, oh yeah, I do have them. Okay. I want to make sure I have the same colors. Can I cut this apart enough to put this on? Yeah. So you can cut your transfer apart to put it on the side of your box. We're going to just give a big slice right there. I'm going to go ahead and lay this down on the side of the box using our transfer stick. This might not have been. Here, I'm going to now pick you up and put you this way. Sorry if I'm making you busy. How's that? Okay. Yeah, I'm a little crooked. Can't see what I'm doing that other way. It'll switch. All right, so see how easy that was to transfer off? It just transferred right off of there. Now we're gonna take this one and like push it from the top. I'm gonna like overlap it on this side. Now look at how fast these transfers. And this just dried, guys. Isn't that crazy? All right, so there's an end. This is the top. So it's like hanging down there. And then I have, oh, I have a little piece left. Let's see if we can fit this little piece in there somewhere. Let's bring it out on this side right here. So I'm going to cut it here. And I'm going to bring it out and along the bottom. So that was a long strip of a transfer, and we just cut it and made it into our own design. And it looks so good on the side of that. Now we have the other one. I don't know if it's the same. No, it is not. So I got to figure out a design here. I think we're going to cut it right here. And it is, oh, let's go this way. This is better. Okay. So what I like to do with transfers is I like to cut off some of that edge and put it right on the side, and that makes it a little bit more grounded versus hanging out in the open. And we're going to stick this right on the corner there. Then using my transfer stick, it's going to come right off. It is the easiest paint to get a transfer to stick, for real. These are the same kind of flowers, so even though they're not the same design, they're the same kind, and they're gonna look good. So let's see, this one, we're just gonna plant it right here. I'm gonna cut this bottom off. in a straight line. And then I'm going to put it right here. So it's going to come up that side. Right like that. So wait. Okay. Now we have this. And I didn't know if I could fit one of these on there. So this strip right here is the same flower as this strip. So now what I'm going to do is then I'm going to cut it right in the center. Yikes! Scary, huh? The grid lines on the transfer help you to cut it right straight down the center. So now I should be able to put that on here. Right here, I should have to cut it. And let's stick this right on. I might lose a little bit in there, in that crack, but I'm okay with that. All you really want is a little bit of the color. Okay. So that's not sticking, that's not sticking, doesn't have to. So we're going to push that down in between those slats. And now it's going to look like it was continuation right there. Look at that. Now we're going to use the second one. And we're going to put that right here. Oh, I'm loving these slats. I didn't know that I would like them, but I'm loving that look with the transfer on them. Well, this one kind of goes right onto that next one. Okay, and then push it down in between there. Oh, so cute. You don't have to be that far up anymore, guys. So cute. Lisa, you sound like me. I always tend to veer off to the right. They give you those lines on your transfers, and they work really, really well. Now we're going to add a couple of random ones. Whoops, we're going to go this way because it has an edge over here. So we're going to go this way. Maybe you need more DIYs, Lisa, to cut a straight line. All right, there's that one. And then we have one more, and he's also cut on this side. So we're going to go this way. It's not going to make a whole lot of sense if you want to try and put those flowers together. But Nobody's ever going to do that. Oops. Forgot that little part. That is so cute. We got one more. Hello, Connie and Wilson. Way late to the show. Looks great. Thank you, Tina.
Hey, Tina.
Tina's a new grandma. She's got a little baby granddaughter that she's spoiling. No wonder you're late to the party. You were probably snuggling. This part, when I'm cutting this, I'm not straight. Not straight at all, Lisa. Now, this is when I will have to DIY drink, though. Excellent. DIY. Rust to Roses, it was time for a DIY. Okay, so they have grid lines on here. I am just cutting right down the center of the grid line on this border. Who would have thought to cut this border completely in half? Like, you think you have to use that border the way it is. You don't.
Bobby says DIY to the new grandma.
Yes, Bobby. She is a new grandma. She's a pretty proud grandma, too. Yes.
Tina says, thank you.
Oh, Tina, you would make an awesome grandma. I wish you were my grandma. You're too young to be my grandma, but I'll take you anyway. All right. There's a couple of these that spill onto that next slat, and I'm making sure that I get that.
Now, before you start this project, you weren't going to put anything on it. What changed your mind?
What do you mean I wasn't going to put anything on
You're
them?
just going to do the end.
I know. Yeah.
So what changed your mind?
You know.
DIY minds are wondering.
Yeah. It just be how this mind works. Leads into one thing leads into another. Yeah, this DIY mind, you can't control it. Whoa, I don't even have the background here. Let's move that off to the side. Yes, Lisa. She has a beautiful new granddaughter.
Thank you, Lisa.
She's in the grandma world now with the rest of us. How wonderful that grandma world is. I have a kids program, grandchild's program on Friday I need to go to.
Lisa Horner says, hi, Connie. I've been watching quietly and working on the project.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Just answered on my phone. All right. We're going to put this on here. Right like that. And then we have one more. And this one we're going to put this way. It's for a little bit of color. Whoa, it's going into that one. We don't want that. Tuck that in there. All right, there we go. Got to get it started. Okay, tuck that in there. All right, that one is done. Now I'm going to be a great aunt again, so I am calling Granty. That's fun, Lisa. This is really fun. It's a crate with a bunch of florals on it. It is really, really fun. I love it. Okay, let's go back to this jar lid. So the jar lid, we put some cottage color here and we put some queen bee right here. What do you do with a jar lid? Well, I've been seeing them do some crazy things with jar lids. And they put a transfer in there, and I'm not kidding you, it looks fabulous. So let's put a jar lid in there. Or put a jar lid in there. Let's put it on a jar lid. So I'm going to mark around the circle. And then I'm going to cut this transfer. You don't have to be perfect, especially where there's no transfer. Okay. And then we're going to take and put this transfer inside this jar lid. And it's not going to fit because I obviously am a really bad cutter. Okay. Now let's transfer this. I don't know how I'm getting it out of there. All right, so we need a DIY. DIY. Okay. So we got to get this off of here. This might be harder than it looks. So let's try and get it out of there with a sharp object. No. I can't get a hold of it. What I usually do is take a piece of paper and get under it. That ain't working. I use those crates in my craft fair displays. Thanks for the inspiration. You're welcome, April. Oh, there we go. I used a piece of tape. Now it's coming off. And I rubbed it hard enough. So there it is. A jar label, or a jar, not jar label, a jar lid that you can put a magnet on and hang it on your fridge. So let's go with the big one. So look at that. Gotta move my big light. Look at the jar lid, and now you put a magnet on it and hang that on your fridge. So it's just a cute little jar lid and then a transfer in there. And then maybe we want a butterfly in there. Oh, that butterfly is too big. But you can put a butterfly in there. You can put a bee in there. I know, isn't that so cute? And put a magnet on it and hang it on your fridge. Or give it as a little gift. Yes. So there you go. And this inside was plasticky, vinyl-y, whatever. So I put Extra Bond in there to make sure, and I put Extra Bond on the outside also. So I coated this jar lid with Extra Bond, and then it stuck. So that's Cottage color in there and DIY paint on the outside. And now you would just have to seal it. And it is this cute little magnet for your fridge. And we have the crate with some transfers on it and these slats. If you get these crates all the time with the slats, you have from IOD, you have these strips and they work perfect. You just have to cut them in half and put them on your strips right here. And it doesn't matter what order they go in. Nobody's going to start putting that together. You just need some color on there. And then at the ends have the flowers on it, and then you can fill that up. Or you can use it as a riser. I got a chip on the bottom, but you can use it as a riser. And so I could put a transfer up here too if I wanted to use it as a riser. Is Extra Bond better than Salvation Solution? So from Rust to Roses, Marla, that would be Marla. So I love Salvation Solution. I absolutely love it. It prevents bleed through and it helps your paint stick. However, you cannot get Salvation Solution. It has been sold out for months and months and months and months. So I needed a replacement for Salvation Solution. So Extra Bond is a replacement for Salvation Solution. It works on Cottage colors, it works on the clay-based paint, it works on milk paint, and it probably even works on fusion paint. I haven't tried fusion paint, but it is the replacement for Salvation Solution that you cannot get right now. Salvation Solution is the only product that will prevent bleed through. Extra Bond will not prevent bleed through, but it will help your paint stick to your surface. True, I just have my own stash. However, I will try Extra Bond since I have that as well. So Marla, if you use Extra Bond first, and then you put milk paint onto it, that is when you'll get your crazing. So you'll get crazing like this because it creates a crazing from the milk paint. It will not have a crazing if you use the clay-based paint or the Cottage color. Only the milk paint it will craze, but it is the most beautiful crazing you will ever see. So give it a try. Extra Bond. I also have Fusion's Ultra Grip. I don't know about Fusion's Ultra Grip. I've never tried that. Saw that handsome Wilson walk in the door. He had to take a phone call. No. Bobby said the Queen? Excellent, Bobby. Woohoo!
I'm going to be a great aunt again. So I'm called Grant.
Granty, yeah. Yeah, she, yes. So here is our jar lid. Give this a try. And I put a transfer on it. It's a magnet. It's a magnet for the refrigerator.
Really?
But I had to use a piece of painter's tape to get this out of here. So make sure you have something, some kind of tape to get that sheet out of there because you won't be able to get it out. Tana says she is definitely the queen. Thanks, girls. I love it. All right, I got to scoot. It's already 7:45. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you can, give me a hype. Maybe not on this video, but on my other ones, give me a hype. I really appreciate being thrown out like a dandelion. Okay, until next time, happy painting.